Happy New Year, everyone. So we have left 2020 behind and 2021 is here. I know 2020 was a bit of a tough, difficult year, and most of us had been struggling and waiting for it to finish. For me personally, the first 6 months were a bit challenging, and I was struggling with a lot of health issues that in the last 6 months of the year I did get all the time that I wanted with the lockdown. I made full advantage of it and I started working on my health, and I improved the major aspect of it and also worked on my goals. So finally we are in a new year and it is time to make some new resolutions and goals. And when we talk about new resolutions, I know it works for a lot of people, but for me personally, I am a goals person because I feel that goals are more structured and planned, and New Year resolutions can sometimes they won't last for a very long time. If it works for you, it's good, but I for myself want to call it my New Year goals. So let's begin this video and talk about how can we set those goals and make the most of our time and bring more efficiency in our everyday routine and make the most of this new year and achieve all of our goals and be productive, not busy. So let's get started, but make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on the future videos. Let's begin. The number one will be reflect and review. The first thing before setting any new resolution or goal will be reflecting back to the last year and see what you have achieved, the accomplishments that you have made, and if you are happy with the results, or if you're not, what could you have done differently to get different results, and that way you can alter your actions according to your goals. So make a list, see the things that you are happy about and not just what you didn't like, because if you focus on what you have achieved, chances are you will achieve your goals even faster this time, because you will be learning from your experience and also your mistakes. So start with writing everything down, as I said, and reflecting and making notes with the new things that actually call your name that you want to do, or if you are already doing something you want to build on it or improve it or grow it. So yes, looking back at what you have done will be the most important point to begin with. Number two will be creating a ritual. We all know how important it is to have a morning routine or planning your day out. So it has its own value, and if you don't have a routine at all, I would say the first thing you gotta do is plan your hours through the day. If you are working or if you're working from home like me, then it is even more important to plan everything ahead, because you need to be self-motivated and disciplined, considering how many distractions we have at home. I have my home office and I make sure that I have dedicated hours during the day where I will be doing my work, otherwise it's never gonna get done. So, and if you are going out for work, you have to plan your remaining hours to see how you can plan and do everything else that you want to do. And also ritual, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to plan your entire day, considering if you are working 9 to 5 and you most of the time you're out of your house, you can still set a morning and evening routine. So setting up at certain time in the morning, and also doing the most important activities and writing it down, printing it and sticking in your room, that can help you stay motivated and focused and also accountable when you keep looking at that routine, and it will remind you not to fall off that wagon. So for me personally, this year it will be waking up early. I used to wake up really early up until early 2019. So the last 2 years, 2019 was not that great for me with my health. That's where all the issues started, and then 2020 where I recovered from everything, but then I was just focusing on my health and not on any other thing, and I was just doing everything possible to make myself as comfortable, and it was not my priority at that time to wake up that early. And I'm talking about 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I know a lot of you do due to work or other things if you have little ones, but setting up those few hours early, extra for yourself, and maybe you're getting a workout done, or doing some meditation or yoga or anything, or planning your day. And if you have a full-time job, if you have a side hustle, if you're studying, if you have anything else going on, it is very, very important to plan it out. Otherwise you will be always in a rush, and then you will have that anxiety of getting things done, because I know I've been there, and it is not a very, very easy process to get through the things that you have on the hand, and you are constantly irritated with not getting things done. So yes, for me, going back to my New Year resolution, or the goal will be again getting up early, because as I said, with lockdown, staying at home, like my little one was at home, so my routine was just not as organized or not as it should have been. So yeah, I'm planning to again jump on that 5 a.m. club and do most of my stuff in the morning, so that the rest of the day is pretty relaxed and I can have more time for myself, because I have a lot of things going on, which a lot of work going on, which made me work like 12, 15, 18 hours a day, which doesn't sound good. And I was sleeping at 2 or 3 a.m. and that is something, the cycle I want to break this year. So that is my plan. Now moving on to the third one, which will be setting a theme for the year. So deciding what that you want to achieve this year. So a theme means that, okay, this year I want to achieve this health goal, or this year I want to maybe finish a qualification, or I want to start a side hustle, or I want to just start focusing on self-care or improve my routine. So you have to have not for the full year, you can have for the first quarter, then the first 4 months, I'm going to just focus on my health and I'm going to finish this particular task. That way it's going to give you a focus to plan accordingly, because if you're doing 3-4 tasks at a time, and let's not even get there, because I multitask, but now I've started noticing that if I do one task at a time, I can get that done quicker, and my brain is functioning better. Instead, if I have like 100 tabs open in my head and I am just focusing on everything at the same time. So it's easier if you set a theme for the first 4 months, or if you have any financial goals, if you have any anything. It could be as I said, for me it will be to get into that routine and not overwhelming myself with 5 or 6 different goals at one point. I would just try and give myself a little bit of rest in between, and also just focus on one thing. Once my body is used to that, because your body is very clever, it's gonna adapt very, very quickly. So once you are into that routine, and I think research says it's about 60 days for you to get into a certain routine, and then your body clock will be adjusted to that. Then you can challenge your body with the next thing that you want to throw at. And it could be starting a healthy eating plan. But if you are someone who wants to get fitter, lose a bit of weight, or have a specific health goal, and if you have not been doing any of those in the past year, and then you start doing everything all of a sudden and you overwhelm yourself, you're fine for the next 2 weeks and then you just quit. So better is starting with some slower, gradual changes and not shocking your body and mind. Mainly mind, I would say, because your mind needs to be at peace for your body to be able to adapt those changes. Because if we think, oh my god, I have to do this and it's too much restricting and it's so much to do, then chances are you will not be able to sustain that for a very long time. So for me, one thing is obviously, as I said, setting a ritual where I would want to wake up early in the morning, but I don't want to beat myself up with starting to do other things with it, because it will just throw my routine off, and it can be a disaster. So when I talk about the theme, for me it will be, is obviously I am focusing on my health and I have certain health goals. I will be just keep doing what I'm doing. And one other thing that I want to do this year is quit sugar. So when I talk about quit sugar, for me it is a very big deal because I have a sweet tooth and I love my sugar. And even though I don't eat much processed sugar, I eat dark chocolate which has got a little bit of sugar in it, and I do have occasional situations where I would have something sweet. But this is something which just I want to try, and I want to give it a go and see what I feel about it. But ideally it will be perfect if I can quit sugar completely. But again, I'm not going to start that from day one. I will slowly start cutting it off, which I already have started, and using other sources of sugar, like having fruit sugar and having plant-based sweetness, stevia, which I always rave about, all those things. So you got an idea what I'm trying to say. Start slowly, but keep going, do not stop. Doesn't matter how slow you are going, as long as you're moving forward. Number 4 will be know what you want. Don't just set aspirational goals. Don't just look at somebody else and think that, okay, if they are setting a certain New Year resolution or goal, I should be doing that too. No, you shouldn't. It is your life. It is your own choice that should be important, rather than looking at others and thinking that I need to follow the same path. So finding out what exactly is it that you want to do, and focus one thing at a time, as I keep repeating myself with this, because it is very important. And I think the biggest reason people give up on their goals is they overcommit themselves and they beat themselves up. They don't realize that you have to love yourself, you have to be very consistent and patient. So find out what exactly you want to do, give yourself some time alone and think what it is exactly that you are not happy about in your life, or you will be more happy about if that happens in your life. So start doing that. Start talking to your own self. I know it sounds crazy, I talk to myself, but you gotta understand yourself first before you expect others to understand you. And it all starts from ourselves, from our health, from our mental health. And saving the best one for last is creating a vision board. Not many people follow the idea of vision board, or they don't understand the idea of vision board. But I know a lot of people who do it and they get absolutely amazing results with that. I did start making vision boards about 3 years ago, and I found them really helpful because I am a person who believes in law of attraction. And law of attraction is, briefly I would say that it is, if you focus on something, the universe conspires to bring it to you. And it's nothing supernatural. It just means that your entire focus is on that particular thing. For example, if we are wanting to buy a certain car and a certain color, so when we start talking about it, you would have noticed that everywhere you're going to see that car, in commercials or on the road, you're just going to see that car. That is law of attraction, because your mind is just focusing on that. And when you focus on something, it just brings in the positive energy back. It just brings, if you think that, okay, I don't want to do this, I don't want this to happen, I don't want this to happen, chances are it's gonna happen. So speak the truth, speak it into reality. That's what they say. Law of attraction is like the core of my being, and I believe in it and I live my life by it. And I think I should make a separate video for that, because law of attraction is really big if you believe in it, and if you want to set goals and achieve high in your life, that can be really helpful. So coming back to vision board, yes, vision board will be something which is not as necessary, but as I said, you don't know how good it is until you try it. So vision board simply means putting pictures or writing things down on a board, and you can you can hang it or stick it anywhere in your room. I have got one up on my bookshelf, just on the wall, so that whenever like every day when I'm working here, I can look at it, and it just keeps reminding me of what I am doing all of this for, and why I am struggling, hustling, why I am working this hard, 15 hours, 20 hours a day. That is not something you should be doing, but I'm just giving an example. There are stages in your life and you have to push yourself a little extra, and when you have a reminder, constant reminder in front of you, it makes you just go for it and feel that, okay, there is a purpose behind it, why I'm doing it, and I don't need to worry about anything else. I just need to keep going. So you can just, take pictures of your goals. So once you have written as the first one is that, reflect and review and reflect, and you can write down everything you want. Set a picture. For example, if you want to buy a new house, take a picture of your house and put it there. If you want a certain car, you can put it there. I'm not just talking about materialistic things. I've seen people putting pictures of the things that we want, but you can even set certain goals. Like if you want to set up a business, or if you want any thing or any positivity that you want in your life, if you've been struggling with something, if you have health issues, if you want a certain so if you want to lose like 10 kilos, you can just write that down on the vision board. So stuff like that, and trust me, once you do it, once just try it, and you will fall in love with it, and you will know why those who rave about it, why they do so. And yes, people have been getting great results. I cannot stress enough on the fact how much this has helped me become more focused and goal oriented. No, I wasn't like this always, but when, again, law of attraction, when you keep thinking about things, the universe aligns everything together. So that is everything for today's video. All these 5 points are gonna help you make this 2021 the year of your dreams and help you achieve your goals. And I wish everybody a very happy new year. May you find all your happiness and your mind be at peace, and you are at your happiest and fittest best. So take care, stay safe, and until the next video,